Hey guys, this is Paul Elube, and today I decided to do a video of legendary Godzilla taking on IDW's Godzilla in the ongoing series. And since I've seen at least some topics online about Shin Godzilla versus Legendary Godzilla, I've decided to do something different. And yes, I'm still going to do the review of the Godzilla History's Greatest Monster comic. But for now, I want to talk about this topic. Pretty interesting. Now, Legendary Godzilla versus IDW ongoing Godzilla. Okay, let me rationalize why the Godzilla that I pitted against Legendary Godzilla is only the one from the ongoing. I mean, it's only fair seeing as the other Godzillas in the standalone series are different incarnations. They're not part of the ongoing series. So, yeah, just to be fair. And besides, I believe that ongoing Godzilla has enough feats to support at least a victory. Or, yeah, maybe I'm already coming out biased. So let's get it on. The fight between Legendary Godzilla versus IDW Godzilla ongoing. Now let's talk about Legendary Godzilla. Now keep in mind that the Godzilla Awakening is considered canon to the movie. It's actually a prequel comic. I suggest grabbing that comic because, to be honest, there's a lot more Godzilla appearances on that comic than there is on the Godzilla movie. Yeah, I watched it on the theaters, not DVD. I actually went to see it, and yeah, it was okay. It was a Godzilla movie, but I feel that didn't really show the power of Legendary Godzilla. The thing is, the comic even showed more of Godzilla's abilities. The Legendary Godzilla, at least. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Everybody, yes, I know that Godzilla Legendary is 108 meters. Yeah, I'm going to go with the 108 meters. I've rather I found a meter to feet conversion online, and it gave me the 354 feet. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm just gonna show a picture, and that's the height of Legendary Godzilla. But here's the thing, IDW Godzilla might be the tallest Godzilla, at least the ongoing Godzilla. Why do I say this? The title of the first issue in the second ongoing that is collected now in the History's Greatest Monster. The title of the Godzilla comic, or rather the first issue, was 40 Stories of Sheer Terror, or 40 Stories of Terror. What the heck, I'm just gonna show proof in this video. Sometimes I forget what I read, and yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm just human. Okay, here's the thing. 40 stories. Why do I believe Godzilla is 40 stories? Well, in the first issue, the monsters that were featured were Kumonga, Batra, and Rodan. I don't believe those one of those three are 40 stories. And then the other monster that was featured in the first issue is none other than the star himself, Godzilla. So it's only logical to say that the 40 stories in that story, yeah, kind of ironic there, is actually Godzilla. Now, if we convert it to feet in the online, yeah, I keep using the online conversion because, yeah, I'm not gonna go through the headache of math. Well, interesting answer that I got was this. IDW ongoing Godzilla is 433 feet. Is this the tallest Godzilla? I'm talking about height, not length. I don't know IDW ongoing Godzilla's length. And yes, Legendary Godzilla is also height. Okay, now that's out of the way. Let's get to Legendary Godzilla's accomplishments or his feats. He's the survivor of the Permian impact that killed the life on Earth that depended on radiation. And according to Godzilla Awakening comic, the radiation of the Earth was 10 times more. Yeah, you heard me, more radioactive compared to today. And monsters back then depended on that radiation. Now that asteroid, yes, reduced the radiation, and some monsters were forced to seek ways to keep themselves fed with radiation, and Legendary Godzilla found a way. So that makes him a survivor. And one of the things that people are complaining was, or rather citing, is Godzilla's atomic breath. In the 2014 movie, wasn't that powerful or strong. In the novelization, it was rationalized that the Mutos are armed with EMP, or rather they have this ability of EMP that reduces the intended damage of Godzilla's atomic breath. So this means we haven't really seen the maximum capacity of Godzilla's or Legendary Godzilla's atomic breath. Durability, yeah, it would stood the beating from the two Mutos, at least. And one of the weaknesses that was always cited by some people when arguing against Legendary Godzilla is the gills. To be honest, I think when the gills is hit, it just irritates Legendary Godzilla. I mean, it's not like it kills him if it was hit in the gills, unless some powerful attack was actually powerful pinpoint attack. You get my point. Maybe something like, I don't know, destroy a sword and saber if it hits Legendary Godzilla's gills. It won't just be an irritation. The Destroyer might end up slitting his throat. Okay, that's just one of the weaknesses. Legendary Kaijoo's intelligence. I mean, yeah, he also has an innovative way of using his atomic breath. I remember the female Muto got an atomic breath inside her mouth. That was actually smart. Hey, if the atomic breath isn't really working on the outside because of the EMP, then shoot it inside the enemy, which Legendary Godzilla did, killing the female Muto. Oh, that's innovative. Another thing to note is, Legendary Godzilla has this stamina thing. That we're battling the Muto, he ended up resting in the destroyed, charred ruins of a city. Rather, just destroyed city. I'm not gonna say charred ruin. Yeah, New York is always getting demolished. Okay. And the next morning, legendary Godzilla awakens and goes back to the sea. Because I rolled this King of the Monsters, Savior of the City, or Savior of Humanity. Now, some of the notable feats, at least this is clear that Godzilla's, or legendary Godzilla's atomic breath has damaging properties. In the prequel comic, Godzilla Awakening, he fought Shinomura, and yeah, legendary Godzilla's atomic breath was actually reducing the Shinomura because yeah, the Shinomura has this ability to grow, not just because of radiation, but also when it devours organic life. I think it was stated in the prequel comic, if the Shinomura was left unchecked, it will grow so big that even legendary Godzilla won't be able to stop it. So that's what legendary Godzilla. I think another notable feat to mention about legendary Godzilla is yeah, the attempted nukes to kill him. Well, yeah, they all failed, of course. Yeah, legendary Godzilla is impressive. Well, I think IDW ongoing Godzilla needs some shout out. How did the funny thing about IDW ongoing Godzilla is how he received his atomic breath. Yeah, some Japanese decided to nuke Godzilla in defense of Japan. That the nuke having a negative effect. In fact, it was very negative because Godzilla ended up having an atomic breath. Ever since receiving an atomic breath, they started using it, and because of that nuke, Godzilla, or rather IDW ongoing Godzilla was growing. Yeah, by the time of the second ongoing, it was already 433 feet. Even in the Kingdom of Monsters, Godzilla has a lot of impressive feat. He defeated Anguirus. Yeah. And then he fought, I think, King Ghidorah in the Kingdom of Monsters. King Ghidorah was portrayed as a guardian monster in the Kingdom of Monsters. Godzilla fought him. And yeah, and Godzilla's atomic breath can cause massive amount of explosion. And it even causes EMP. That's the funny thing, he shot this atomic breath against King Ghidorah, and King Ghidorah was lying on the ground, and Godzilla is roaring proudly after defeating King Ghidorah. Now, another thing to note about IDW Godzilla is actually smart. They sent Heisei Mega Godzilla after him in Kingdom of Monsters. And Godzilla, instead of attacking Heisei Godzilla in the front, yeah, he was able to dodge Heisei Mecha Godzilla and shoot him from the back, causing Heisei Godzilla to go haywire. Another thing that's impressive about IDW ongoing Godzilla is how he uses atomic breath. Remember that scene in the Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster or Ghidorah? You know, when Godzilla used his atomic breath to fly? Now keep in mind, IDW Godzilla is 40 stories high, which means it's 433 feet. He could weigh more than 90,000 tons. I mean, that's the weight of legendary Godzilla. Who knows how much IDW ongoing Godzilla? He could be in the 120,000 tons. He's huge, 433 feet. Another thing to note about IDW Godzilla is he has the nuclear pulse. Yeah, his nuclear pulse is anti-Mabata. There was a scene in Godzilla Rulers of Earth where he was surrounded by four Showa-era Mechagodzillas. And this Mechagodzilla tried to sandwich him with their force fields. Now, what's impressive about those force fields, it was able to block Godzilla's atomic breath. So in that field, Godzilla used his nuclear pulse, and the four Showa-era Mechagodzillas are on the ground afterwards. So basically, his nuclear pulse is more powerful than his atomic breath. And guess what? He destroyed those four Showa-era Mechagodzillas on his own. That's how impressive IDW ongoing Godzilla is. Another thing about IDW ongoing Godzilla is his durability. I mean, Kaiser Ghidorah in the comics in IDW is capable of flying, unlike the one in Final Wars. And here's the thing, Kaiser Ghidorah uses gravity beams to lift Godzilla, IDW Godzilla, in the air. I don't know how many thousands of feet was that, but I can tell it was really high. Yeah, Kaiser Ghidorah was flying and he's taking Godzilla with him in higher altitude. And then Kaiser Ghidorah decided to drop Godzilla from that high altitude, and Godzilla plummeted back to the earth because of gravity. Bam! Godzilla was in the pavement, and you know what comes next? Kaiser Ghidorah from above dropping, and you can call it the death from above stomp. And Kaiser Ghidorah in Final Wars is 150,000 tons. And here's the thing, even in the comic, he's taller than IDW ongoing Godzilla. So he must be around what? 170,000 tons? Maybe even 180,000 tons or 200,000 tons. And here's the thing, Godzilla was only briefly knocked out. The next page, he's back up fighting as if nothing happened. Yeah, I said briefly knocked out. He wasn't killed, but that was still impressive. The fact that he can stand up after receiving that kind of punishment. Another thing to note about IDW ongoing Godzilla is his reflexes. Rodan, the fastest of the winged monsters there in the Kingdom of Monsters, was mind controlled by Mallory and Minnie. And when Rodan was charging at Godzilla, Godzilla caught him by his beak, and then Godzilla planted him in the ground using Rodan's own beak, which is actually hilarious. And what's impressive about Rodan is his speed feat in the second ongoing. I believe it was from Hong Kong to China, or rather Hong Kong to New York. Sorry, from Hong Kong, traveling from Hong Kong to New York, and when he arrived on New York, both Godzilla and Kaiser Ghidorah were still fighting. Another thing to note about IDW ongoing Godzilla is, yeah, even Zilla, who's a quick and agile monster, yeah, those agilities of Zilla was only annoying IDW ongoing Godzilla, but impressive enough of IDW Godzilla is able to catch Zilla despite Zilla's agility. So technically, being fast isn't always a guaranteed victory against IDW ongoing Godzilla, and he has that red atomic, or rather his nuclear pulse, which is an omnidirectional attack. Now I know this is kind of unfair that Legendary Godzilla doesn't have that much appearance, but for some reason, some people are saying Legendary Godzilla is this powerful. So yeah, I decided to pit him against the IDW ongoing Godzilla. And I know the IDW ongoing Godzilla has 3 series already. Kingdom of Monsters, History's Greatest Monster, and the latest is Rulers of Earth. Rulers of Earth, I think he has a lot of impressive feats as well there. Heck, after fighting the 4 Mecha Godzillas, he was taken by Mecha King Ghidorah. And the funny thing is, he displayed some intelligence there using Anguirus as a medieval flail, grabbing Anguirus by the tail and then swinging so hard against Mecha King Ghidorah. That was funny because at that time, both Godzilla and Anguirus were allies against the Mecha Godzillas and Mecha King Ghidorah. It was funny because that's one way of double teaming your enemies, if you ask me. Another impressive feat done by ongoing Godzilla, or rather another durability feat that I remember is, tanking Kiryu's Absolute Zero. His atomic breath has also this amazing feat. I think he also overpowered some black hole energy shield. I mean, yeah, the name itself is kind of strange. I'm thinking the shield is as powerful as a black hole, and Godzilla overpowered it with his atomic breath. Yeah, if you want to find out a lot of Godzilla feats, you have to read the second ongoing. And yeah, he fought Space Godzilla there and Monster X / Kaiser Ghidorah. But Rulers of Earth is actually where the ongoing Godzilla shine. The only time I saw ongoing Godzilla was on the ropes was against Destoroyah. Yeah, Destoroyah was able to wound IDW ongoing Godzilla, but Godzilla recovered because of a nuclear sub. And then there was the time Godzilla fought Biolante. Now, this is really an impressive showing for Godzilla because, Biolante was overpowering IDW ongoing Godzilla. It was getting bind slapped and even acid sprayed. And yeah, that's the time Godzilla utilized his atomic breath and his nuclear pulse against those vines. And Biolante's vines were wrapping around him to get out of it. Another impressive thing about the Godzilla vs. Biolante is Godzilla shot a volcano, an active volcano, in order to, make the volcano spew lava. And yeah, that volcano became Biolante's weakness. Godzilla won the fight through intelligence. Yeah, that's how intelligent IDW ongoing Godzilla. If he can't overpower the enemy, he's going to find a way to win in a smart way. So he's not totally dumb. Another thing that I remember, the ongoing Godzilla, is he fought, I think, the biggest monster of them all, Magita. Yeah, I remember Matt Frank mentioning that Magita is the same size as the magnetic monster from the Hanna-Barbera Godzilla cartoon. And people have mentioned that that monster was 5 to 6 times taller than Godzilla or Hanna-Barbera Godzilla. So if we apply this logic, Magita is about 5 to 6 times taller than the IDW ongoing Godzilla. So So where does that put him? Yeah, if you can multiply 433 feet with with 6, and basically you have 2,598 feet. That's how tall Magita is. Magita dwarfs even the monsters around him. Yeah, that's the weird thing about Magita. He's known as the Trilo God, but shouldn't be, I don't know, a queen? Nevertheless, the battle with Magita is where Godzilla displayed the ability of Red Atomic Spiral Ray, but he was only able to do this when he absorbed some of the energies from his fallen comrades. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another durability feat. I remember a Cryog ship crashing. I think it hit Magita, and then the monsters, except with the exception of Magita and Godzilla, were all knocked out. Now Godzilla, using his Red Atomic Spiral Ray, tried to shoot Magita once or twice, I think. Yeah, I know the Red Atomic Spiral Ray has no significant effect. But here's the thing, when Magita tried to devour ongoing Godzilla, IDW ongoing Godzilla unleashed this Red Atomic Nuclear Pulse. And then that destroyed Magita, ending the threat of the Trilopods. And yeah, it proved that Godzilla was that powerful. Yeah, he was briefly knocked out, unleashing that massive amount of energy, but it did the job. And in that comic, Godzilla Rulers of Earth, Godzilla proved that he's Earth's defender. Now, who do I think wins between Legendary Godzilla and IDW ongoing Godzilla? Pretty clear. IDW ongoing Godzilla wins. He has lots of appearances, has tons of combat feats, he has lots of durability showings. His atomic breath is powerful. He even used it to fly. He even overpowered the black hole energy generator that was used to capture him. And another thing I remember is causing a massive explosion, defeating King Ghidorah. I'm sorry for the Legendary Godzilla fans, but that's the truth. Ongoing Godzilla wins.